Dave Portnoy.
And, when you think woke, you definitely think the left, and I think people are sick of it. It's one of those things, Me Too and BLM, those all had great reasons to start, and they needed to be happen, but they just went too far, way too far.
He's shown who he is.
LeBron James, no man ever has had 1 year define his legacy. When I think of LeBron James, I think missing the playoffs, I think of stinky breath.
Time.
He'll just yell something in his EDP like twang, like this.
And time.
This is how bad there was a hardened criminal, two down. He goes, I'm never these things.
Again.
And then he'll just go quiet for like another 20 minutes. And then he'll say something like, and everyone's like, just kind of look at him.
And again.
It just seems like Colin Kaepernick is like, maybe it's because he's not really that black.
He does look like a terrorist.
I must say, those clips are terrible, but to his credit, where it is rare, he will be right on just a few things, like calling out a professional provocateur and failed reality TV guy, Alex Stein. When he went after Portnoy's company for taking down a video of his, Portnoy saw Stein's message and tweeted back, STFU, we are owned by a gambling company at the time, Penn. We've had roughly 9,000 training sessions not to post stuff like this because regulators don't like it. Go back to whatever hole you crawled out of. Oh, also this.
How'd you feel about Clay Travis there?
That sucked. I didn't know that was happening. Clay Travis went on before me. Now, he works for Fox. Like, I would have said something, but I'm on their field, on their turf. They invited me to be like, hey, that Fox guy that you had on Fox, he's a bigger hypocrite than LeBron, which he is. I mean, he is. Republican. He's a Democrat. I mean, Clay Travis is a Democrat and pretends to hate, like, black people because he thinks that sells books. So you throw, Clay Travis a cookie and try to have him, like, be the witty, funny, but unfortunately he's none of the above. He's smart, but he's just not funny. Like, he's so boring.
Though he has gotten the shorter end of the stick on Adam Friedland's show.
I'll say it this way. Are you willing to endorse Medicare for all once and for all right now?
Medicare for all?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone should have Medicare.
I think it just makes sense.
Yeah, I think people
everyone
should have
everyone could go to school for free. Everyone could go to the library for free. If your house is burning, the fire department comes for free.
Correct.
You should go to the doctor.
So I'm a socialist now?
Yeah.
All right, if you say so.
I think you are.
Do I get to keep all my money?
No, you have to give it to...
Yeah, well, we're getting a little bit hairy.
You have to give it to... I know a guy, my family works with him. Madoff, he's great.
Yeah, I almost bought his house.
Was it built on lies?
Fast forward to modern day. Jesse Schechner of FloridaPolitics.com would write, Portnoy took to Twitter over the weekend to voice support for Amendment 3 if it is to be approved by 60% of Florida voters come November. The measure will essentially legalize recreational ganj in the state for people 21 and up. In a video we unfortunately cannot show because he is smoking, he'd say, listen, it's Sunday afternoon, football on TV, pizza on the way in Massachusetts, smoking a little, just enjoying my day. Florida, you can't do this. In my Miami house, you can't do this. Why? It's about freedom, he would say. Half the states allow this, legal ganj. Florida, I want to be able to watch football, eat pizza, and smoke. We're all adults here. 21 plus, make your own decisions. It's on the ballot. Vote yes on 3. Legalize recreational ganj. Come on. Where are we, Florida? Wake up. Bro, you're just learning about Florida? If someone were to send me this, I would say, where have you been? And they would probably say, if they were of the mindset of a Portnoy, yeah, but I agree with those policies. That's the biggest difference. Here's where I love this turn of events, okay? Because Portnoy is right. It should be legal all throughout the country. A guy who is, at this point, so far gone, it's hard to believe that he was credible in the first place. Jason Whitlock would tweet, this is why single people and people without kids should not vote. We tend to think very selfishly with no concern for what we're leaving the next generation. Oh, that is rich. Married people with kids should be the only voters, excuse me. We should prioritize families if we want to fix our broken culture. Brother, you've got to be kidding me. First off, saying, yeah, you know what? I determine who I believe should vote and not vote. That's preposterous. That's stupid. That's illogical. You know, not a long time ago, certain people couldn't vote because of what they looked like or because of their skin color. Now we're going the Vance route, which is exactly what he's trying to do, and saying, yeah, you know, childless cat ladies shouldn't be able to vote. Talk about freedom. Talk about being an American. Matt Walsh would write, can you point to any state or city in the country where life has been in any way measurably improved after legalizing it? Where are the legalization success stories? Give me just one, please. Okay.
For instance, in 2019, Colorado, one of the first states to legalize recreational marijuana, generated more than $1 billion in sales from marijuana, which increased the state's coffers, meaning they had additional tax revenue, which seems like a winner here. And states collected nearly $3 billion in marijuana revenues in 2022 alone. Florida could stand to see some major benefits if they pass this measure as well. So for instance, a July 2023 report projected that recreational cannabis would generate sales tax revenues of between $195.6 million and $431.3 million a year.
What should be noted via Florida politics once more? Opponents, this is important, include MAGA Governor Ron DeSantis, hedge fund billionaire Ken Griffin of Citadel, and Republican Rep. Matt Gaetz, a longtime medical cannabis advocate whose position on Amendment 3 appears to mostly have to do with qualms about it altering Florida's constitution. Lastly, recent polling found there is overwhelming support for ballot initiatives this year that include broad and rather personal freedoms, including 65% support for Amendment 3, up from 63% in April. So the support is growing. And 76% support for Amendment 4, which would enshrine abortion protections in the Florida Constitution. We have seen how Republicans in the state redraw the maps to give themselves an advantage, how they want to limit the vote, and thus they will continue their iron-fisted rule on the state. What gets me is they want to say they are free market capitalists. You know where this is going. And yet, free market capitalists still don't want this, and their reasons are completely unfounded. Yet, when it comes to alcohol, different story. Very different story. And that to me is the American mindset, is that they would rather have something like alcohol that is a drug. Whereas when it comes to marijuana, it can be used for medicinal purposes. My guess personally, this is just an opinion, is that they are waiting out to see who is going to be in charge of these, we'll call them medical facilities, and how they can get a slice of the action. Because if we have seen anything over time, it is the backdoor deals that many people in positions of power await, and then they vote yes on. If you want to see the power of politics, no matter the city, no matter the state, it is always three simple words: follow the money. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.